Have you ever noticed that slowing down actually feels way more difficult and way more complicated to do than just keep on with the work? Like the moment you stop doing things, your mind starts to work in a way you didn't ask for. And you don't feel very comfortable here. Your mind starts to come up with these emotions and these feelings and these thoughts. And so, with that, you rather continue with the work because you're like, well, this doesn't really feel good. I don't know how to deal with these emotions. Let's just keep on working. It's easier. It feels easier because I don't feel things there. Yet, I welcome you to my YouTube channel for high achievers that are ambitious, courageous, but know that there is something more for them. And maybe you have noticed lately that your productivity and you being busy feels actually so good. It's so good to see the whole calendar just stacked and to say, I'm busy, I can't go out. I do have always something going on. And it's almost like part of your identity. And so today we're going to discuss whether your type of business is the healthy one or whether it is a business that needs a little bit of attention. And by the end of this video, you will understand why being busy actually makes us feel more safe and more calm, because I've also experienced this. You will also understand what might be underneath this productivity and the business. And if you would find out that your type of business needs some type of attention and compassion and patience, I'm gonna give you one action that you can do immediately after watching this video so that you can start to shift this pattern. And here's one thing that most high achievers usually don't realize. Well, it's logical because no one really talks about it. Is that productivity isn't always just about getting things done. It's also about how that doing makes you feel. I really do have this feeling too sometimes, so I bet that I'm not the only one. And you also share this feeling of steadiness, grounding, and this light sense of control when you're organizing, planning, checking boxes. That feeling like, okay, I've got myself here, I'm on top of things. I do have the control around everything that I do. It feels very, very good. It feels calming. It feels like I'm in a safe space. That's not random. That's actually your nervous system settling. Because our body and our brains love structure, love structured system that is predictable. It loves that we know our next step. But stillness, like the fact when you finish your work for the day and you kind of still have this tendency of continuing on that one project and coming home a little bit later. And so let's come back into that moment when you finish off your working day and you sit down and now you have the moment where you have nothing more to do. You truly have the time for yourself to rest. And all of a sudden, many feelings and many thoughts come up in your head, like the thoughts that you really didn't have the time to think about because you were busy, like the emotions that you suppressed because there was always something more to do. And so there was no time for any of these emotions that needed to be expressed, needed to be felt, needed to be healed. When you have to force discipline, there's something wrong. You truly have to love the thing and love the progress you're doing. Otherwise, it is either working or acting from your ego, or it's the second part, and that is avoiding your emotions and avoiding the moment of stillness and of being there for yourself. Maybe you are not used to doing that, and that's completely okay if you can accept it. I cannot verbalize how courageous step forward this is. So if you even are aware of that and can accept it, or at least try to accept the fact that I finish my workday and I truly cannot be with myself in the stillness for like 10 minutes, if you can be aware of that, I really can verbalize how much of a big step that's forward. Without awareness, we just go on with life and don't realize things, which is blocking our potential. I'm not saying that discipline is bad. I love discipline. I love when you can truly trust yourself. But the discipline has to be natural. The discipline has to be coming from your insight, from your possibility, from potential, from knowing that there is something more. But if it's coming from a place where you're avoiding something different, you're avoiding stillness, you're avoiding even subconsciously. Of course, it's not usually conscious that you're gonna say like, okay, I don't know how to feel this resentment. I'd rather just keep on working. You're just like, I don't know why, but I feel like I should work 1 more hour. I just like this bubble of me working and, like ignoring kind of the world, being in bubble. It's not conscious, but as Carl Jung said, unless you make unconscious conscious, it will just direct your life and you will call it fate. And so if you're keeping yourself disciplined just to avoid the possibility of being here for yourself or with yourself in stillness, you kind of don't know why you want to avoid it. Because that's your nervous system trying to avoid it. Because your nervous system deems this moment as something very unfamiliar. Our bodies could be raised in a way that we don't really deal with emotions. And so our nervous system is trying to help us. Nervous systems are always collaborating with us. It's never against us. Nervous system and our brains and our bodies are so complex and so freaking clever actually, and so amazing that we are trying subconsciously to avoid this moment of uncertainty, unfamiliarity, because even though nothing is really dangerous to us in that moment, we just don't know how to deal with it. And that's enough of a reason for our nervous system to just mobilize and come up with ideas. So maybe we want to play some music out loud. Maybe we want to watch funny videos for 1 hour. Maybe we just want to work an hour more because maybe also our worthiness is tied to our productivity and to our output. And the higher probability that you experience this is if you were raised as the responsible one, the one that handles things, the one that, kept it all together, that controlled something. Like the doing itself became a grounding moment. And if stillness was in your upbringing deemed as some empty space with no meaning, of course your nervous system will always adapt to the people that you were raised by, to your authorities, to the teachers, to the parents, to any kind of authority in your life when you were raised. And so your nervous system, your subconscious mind sees movement and always doing something, always being on the run as your normal, as your safety. And so of course, you can't help yourself but to work hour more. And so how to spot this? When you decide in the morning that you're going to be more aware during the day about what you're doing, about how you're thinking and how you're feeling, being connected with your body and your emotions, like it's all connected so much. There is nothing as the physical part and the emotional part. It's like one city working all together. Just the fact that you think about something stressful, your brain immediately sends signals to your palms to sweat or to your heart to beat faster. It's so connected, and we're so amazing human beings. When can you notice this pattern? Maybe you are noticing it by pulling off another hour in the work, even though you have done more than enough for today. It might be something like cleaning up, even though you don't absolutely have to clean up at that current moment. It's something like planning without actually anything really happening. You're just planning. Maybe you don't even care about the plan at all. You just need to do something. You're just basically trying to create enough noise, enough of activity, so that you don't have to feel what's underneath, to soften it. You can continue doing anything you want, anything you feel like for this moment feels good. If that's working a little bit more, great. If that's tidying up even though you absolutely don't have to, no worries. But just notice it and maybe ask yourself, like, why am I actually doing it? Like, truly, why? Because usually this is connected with the need of having things in control, being absolutely organized, being safe space for yourself. But you are always a safe space for yourself. But there might not be these patterns in your subconscious mind written like that. It could be like, if you don't do everything yourself, you're in danger. If you don't exceed expectations, there is a danger of abandonment from parents. So you better freaking exceed their expectations. You know, these patterns might be still in your head and you don't even realize it. But right now, as we talk about it, and if you're truly honest with yourself, this is exactly the first step that needs to be done to just open the doors to your potential, to open these doors, the airports for you to just take off and to finally live this life with calm nervous system, with peaceful mind, with meaning, and mainly according to your own desires. And to all of this, the first thing we need to truly do is to be aware. I was just the same and still sometimes am this person that just can be still for like a while. It feels like a waste of time. It feels like I'm not productive. Exactly. I feels like if I'm here, if I'm healthy and I can do stuff, I might as well just do it. But every person, even freaking nature, needs balance. And so if this would be on continuous basis, people get burnt out like this. They get unnecessary problems. Either it would be mental or physical, anything that's just that can be avoided by simply leaning into our true essence and being there for ourselves. And so with this video, I want to just raise your awareness. We're not going to fix anything because that would be too quick and it wouldn't be really effective. This needs way more deeper work. However, the first thing you can do once you feel that pull of, you know, doing 1 hour more, but you have done maybe like 9 hours or 10 hours already, but you still want that 1 more hour, and you know that you don't really have to work like that day anymore. You're just going to take like 5 minutes with yourself. Literally, you can put it onto timer. 5 minutes is actually nothing during the day. During these 5 minutes, you're going to do a little meditation. If you haven't done meditations before, you can maybe play also some music in the background, some frequencies. I recommend 528 or 432. The first one, the 528 hertz, is the love frequency, and it repairs DNA and it introduces like this calm inner peace. And the 432 hertz is the one of well-being and of calming down the nervous system. So I definitely recommend these two if you can't be in complete silence. But if you feel like challenging yourself and yeah, just trying it out, recommend a complete silence and just breathe into your belly. Place your hand on the heart and be like, what kind of emotion is trying to reach me right now? Like, what do I need to feel right now? And honestly, if that means starting to cry, that's okay. Like, healing is literally as similar as to the physical healing, but we're just not that used to it yet. But I believe that there is more and more awareness about it. But honestly, healing is freaking messy. The healing isn't sexy. It's not something that you would want to post on Instagram. You just want to give it some love and compassion, because healing, that's just what healing needs. Let's look at healing emotionally and mentally through the same lens of importance as healing the physical body, because it is on the same level of importance. You always need to know the why behind each action that you decide to take. That's the most important thing. If you are honest about your why, if your why is to help people, to be able to spread my message, to be able to take care of my closest ones, that's a very pure intention, and apparently there is not a word about avoidance. And sit with yourself. 5 minutes isn't that long, even though in that moment it might really feel like holding a plank for 1 minute. But with yourself for 5 minutes, breathe a little bit deeper, and ask yourself that question: what type of emotion or feeling is trying to reach me right now? If you have an idea, just ponder on it. Don't really try to truly be there for yourself, and you're gonna like literally see these ideas as clouds. This metaphor is very much used in meditations. Imagine that your thoughts are like clouds, and just moving, coming and moving away, and just, passing through your mind, because ideas aren't ours, thoughts really aren't, like, they don't shape us unless we keep them and keep them repeating with emotion. I hope that you have taken something valuable out of this video, and if yes, you can share in the comments what was the most interesting moment, or maybe what is your story as well, or maybe if you have some things that you don't agree with. I would also love to have some kind of discussion in the comment section with you. So yeah, also I invite you to check out the Alignment Society, which is my community that I offer. Is the only space that I pour all my energy in, and right now I'm just finishing it up and opening it for first 20 founding members. So if you're interested, check it out. In the description of the video there is a link for school community, and yeah, let's just connect in a way more deeper level. I want to thank you for taking some time out of your day to spend with me to talk about you, and yeah, see you next time. Stay awesome. Bye.